Hello, welcome back to the breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you are watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got a breaking news report coming out from Estonia, and I've got a wild story that unfolded today in the Gulf of Finland between the Estonian Navy and the Russian Air Force. Take a look at your screen here. Russia violates Estonian airspace during attempt to detain Russian tanker. The Estonian military has attempted to stop and seize the tanker Jaguar, which belongs to the Russian Shadow Fleet, which was sailing towards the Russian port of Primorsk under the flag of Gabun. Okay, so by the way, Gabun, if you're not familiar with this nation, it is a central African country, and apparently this Jaguar is part of Russia's Shadow Fleet, and that is why the Estonian Navy was trying to detain it in the Gulf of Finland as it was heading to the port of Primorsk, which is just on the western side of Russia, right next to like St. Petersburg and also the Ust-Luga port, very close to Estonia as well. And so allegedly what happened here is the Estonian Navy was trying to intercept this ship and board it. Soon after, we had a Russian Su-35 flying right over above, trying to ward off and scare away the Estonian Navy. Soon after that, this Russian Su-35 ended up violating Estonia's airspace for a short time. Okay, so very serious, intense situation that has unfolded over here. I also have some information that it appears that this ship did dock off the coast of a small island in the middle of the Gulf of Finland, so possibly indicating that the Estonian Navy was able to successfully detain this Russian oil tanker. Okay, so we'll show you guys this video here in just a moment as well. This is a clip of it right here. It's about a minute and a half. I will show you guys the actual clip on aboard this ship while the Estonian Navy was trying to intercept it. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this real quick. We're going to hop on over here to a mainstream news report to give you guys some information on this story. This from United 24 Media. Russian Su-35 violates Estonian airspace during Shadow Fleet tanker incident. You can see the dates here, May 14th, 2025. And here's a picture of another Russian Shadow Fleet tanker known as Koala. It says here was photographed off the coast of Estonia on April 11th. I believe this was another tanker that was also intercepted recently from the Estonian Navy. So they've been going after a lot of these Russian tankers recently. And it says here, Russian forces scrambled an Su-35S fighter jet to provide cover for the tanker Jaguar, part of the Russian Shadow Fleet, after it entered Estonian airspace in the Gulf of Finland. Estonian officials reported on May 14th. The tanker, sailing under the flag of Gabun, was en route to the Russian port of Primorsk. The Estonian Navy attempted to detain the vessel, which was navigating through international waters. Authorities deployed an Augusta Westland AW-139 helicopter, an M28 Skytruck aircraft, and the EML Raju patrol boat to intercept the tanker. Estonian officials demanded the crew change course, but the tanker did not comply. Jaguar eventually anchored near the island of Gotland in the eastern Baltic Sea. So yeah, in the Gulf of Finland, this is where it anchored was the island of Gotland. Okay, I'll have a map to kind of show you guys here in just a little bit. So again, possibly indicating that maybe Estonia was able to detain this tanker. It did not make it to the Primorsk port in Russia. So these were pictures coming out from the actual video showing the different aircraft here. Here was that Russian Su-35 that was spotted in the video as well, which I will show you guys in just a minute. And it says here, during the incident, the Russian Su-35S fighter jet reportedly lacked two-way radio communication with Estonian air traffic control, according to the Estonian Ministry of Defense. The response to airspace violation included Portuguese Air Force F-16 fighters stationed in Amari, who are tasked with protecting the Baltic airspace. On April 11th, the Estonian Navy detained the tanker Koala, also linked to the Russian Shadow Fleet, which transports crude oil and petroleum products from Russia to third countries. Veikko Komisar, head of the Finnish Border Guard Department's border service, noted, over the past year, a lot of vessels have appeared in the Gulf of Finland that are passing without documents. We can safely say that this is part of the Shadow Fleet. Earlier, the European Union blacklisted 189 vessels from Russia's Shadow Fleet as part of its latest sanctions targeting Kremlin oil revenues, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced on May 14th. Okay, so I'm pretty sure now that we heard today that another 189 vessels have been blacklisted and sanctioned from delivering oil to and from Russian ports. I'm pretty sure the Estonian Navy is going to be very busy here over the next coming weeks to track all these vessels that still might be trying to transport Russian oil that are sanctioned. So crazy information today, guys. Now I'm going to show you the actual video coming out from this event today. We're going to hop on over here to X now with Intel Tower. Breaking, Estonian forces attempted to seize the Gaboon flagged Jaguar oil tanker, part of Russia's shadow fleet in the Gulf of Finland, while it was bound for Primorsk, Russia. Estonian vessels, an AW-139 helicopter and M2H Skytruck aircraft, were spotted maneuvering around the tanker as a Russian Sukhoi Su-27 fighter jet appeared overhead, intensifying the situation. So I understand it says here Su-27. As far as I know, it's an Su-35. This was the only report I was seeing talking about that. Looks like they might have made a mistake on the type of aircraft used here. And it says the Jaguar is currently stationary near an island in the Gulf, suggesting Estonia may have successfully halted and or seized the vessel. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take a look at this video here real quick, guys. It's about 1 minute and 22 seconds. Okay, take a look at this.
Встречаются вертолетами. Требуют бросить якорь.
This is Estonian warship Papa 6732. Your request will be denied. Follow my instructions. Alter your course to 105 immediately. Over.
Yes. Yes. MiG.
वो हमारे जस्ट ऊपर अभी सामने से हमारे ऊपर आ रहा है एयरक्राफ्ट है हाँ ड्रोन जैसा ही है ये और वो टर्न कर रहा है शी इज टर्निंग टुवर्ड्स द स्टर्न ऑफ द वेसल
Ну давай, с разгона. Он же циркачи, да?
All right, so as we can see, a very tense situation over here between the Estonian Navy and the Russian Air Force as the Estonian Navy trying to intercept this vessel and detain it. We can also see at one point here in the video, the Estonian Navy was calling on the crew members to divert their course and probably dock off the coast of Estonia so that way they can detain this vessel and investigate, as they believe that this was part of Russia's shadow fleet. And as we can see at one point in here also, it even showed that Russian Su-35 right there, flying right above where the Estonian Navy was operating over here trying to detain this ship. So very, very tense situation between NATO and Russia today. We've got some other pictures here we can show you guys. So this map is kind of indicating where this kind of situation took place at here in the Gulf of Finland, at the very center of it. And the island of Gotland would have been right here in the middle as well. Okay, so that's just kind of showing where this took place at today. And also the Primorsk port would have been right over here. If you guys can see where my cursor's at. And just a little bit south of that, we've got the port of Ust-Luga. Okay, so this area here receives a lot of Russian ships that are transporting oil illegally. And here's one more map to kind of show you guys the last position that was received from the Jaguar as it was allegedly anchored off the coast of Gotland, which would have been right in the middle of the Gulf of Finland, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, so we'll wait and see if we get more information on whether this ship was actually seized by the Estonian Navy, but it looks highly likely at this time, considering that it did divert course as it was going straight here and then anchored right there off the coast of that island. Okay, so let me know what you guys think about this, though. Pretty crazy situation, more tensions that we're seeing unfolding between NATO and Russia, and thankfully no shots were fired here, considering the fact that this Russian Su-35 had violated Estonia's airspace. Okay, so let me know what you think down below in the comment section. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell, that way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.